Hey y'all, I'm EJ, you're you, welcome to my channel. So today I decided to forego one of my traditional introductions just because I wanted to get right into the content of this, which is the tour of my island Quadratini, the winter island. It is done. Now, if you've seen The Scar, which is a miniseries that I made that kind of goes into the lore of this island, you'll have seen a lot of these areas, but I wanted to give like a true walkthrough tour of my island for everyone. Also just to to kind of show off what I did, whatever, I'm proud of it, okay. Alongside this tour, I'm also releasing my dream address, which is now at the bottom of your screen. And I definitely encourage you guys, if you would like, go dream about it, pause the video, go dream about it, and we can walk through the tour together if you want. You don't have to, but you can go later. But yeah, so let's get on into it. So we're going to start off obviously at the airport. So this is my entrance, my lovely little island entrance. We got a bus stop out here at the front, or not really a bus stop, more just like a waiting area for waiting for your plane or whatever, Now, if you go off to the right of the airport, you'll get to my first little beach, which is a kind of secluded beach campsite area, which I really like. I made this for a beach ideas video, and I just really like how it turned out. So moving back, we'll cross this lovely diagonal bridge, very on brand. Hey guys, what you talking about? I'm not going to talk to them right now, but I would also like to direct everyone's attention up at this lovely multi-layered waterfall. I am proud of her. And right from there, you get into the town square area. So this is just like a very chill kind of small town area. You have a bench you can sit in. You got our, fortune cookie stand and a newsstand back here where you can get your magazine or your newspaper for the day. And then of course Nooks is back here as well. Now, if we go down from town square, we get to the ice bar, which I'm definitely a big fan of. This was another kind of winter beach idea that I had, and I just think it's so fun and cute. I love these ice bars and ice counters. So, if you want to unwind after your tour, you can come down here and get a little drinky poo. If you're of age, of course. If you're not, we have virgin strawberry daiquiris, and you can have fun with those. If you go back behind the resident services, you get to two other areas. First of which is my museum, which is up on this raised edge and has this cool little spiral pattern. So one thing about my map actually is that the structure of this island is like a spiral because I really wanted to, make a very easy to navigate island. So you really are just following along the path. And what I like about this museum area is that this structure of it kind of mimics that. And then back here we have a little hot spring area, a natural hot spring that's just kind of been turned into like a little spa for everyone on the island to use. Very cute. I'm definitely a fan of her. Okay, so back across the plaza, we got our Able Sisters area. Hey, buddy. Got our Able Sister area, just showing off some fun custom designs you can get inside. And next to the Able Sisters is a hat shop, a little winter hat shop. We have a loom and like a little sewing machine out here that Sable, I imagine, can like come out and sit at. It's cute. It's cute. It's fun. Now, back beyond the Able Sisters, this is a clam digging area. So this is just like a fun little beach activity. I imagine people would come here. They're digging up manila clams. They can dig for their own clams, and we have little buckets and shovels for everyone to use. It's a cute idea. This is actually something that happens up in the Pacific Northwest, and Pacific Northwest was a big inspiration for me for this island. I really wanted to invoke that feeling of the kind of misty, wintry, wooded, forested vibe. So, and now over here we have Christine's house. Now, Christine's house operates as the Quadratini History Center. You've seen most of this if you've watched The Scar, so just heads up. So this is the main room. It's a cute little lobby. There's like there's a library books about the history of Quadratini. There's seating areas for everyone to sit down and read the books. Over to the right to the east room is kind of the natural history of the island. So it's very much set up like a museum, cute little area. This is like a mammoth. Hey, look, these fossils were found here. People used to live here. Aww. There's lots of trees and things. The idea is that Christine, who runs the archives, the history center, teamed up with Blathers to put this together. Now over to the west is the island's history with Edward Jameson. It previously was like glorifying him, but now it is much more serene, kind of talking about the real life implications of like his the environmental impact that he had and the impact that he had on the people working there, things like that. Because he wasn't exactly a good dude, but, we found that out. So, that's this room. Now, the back room. So, this is Christine's office. She just works back here. It's very much just like, the break room of any kind of office. It's nothing special. If you work in retail, you know what this is. And then upstairs we have Christine's apartment, Christine's ensuite, all that. So we have like a little bathroom area back here. We've got a kitchenette up here. This is like her apartment. She has a seating area and she has her bed area here. I love this room, actually. I'm very proud of this room. When I put this together, I was like, ooh, look at me, mama. An interior designer? Who? Me? So yeah, I was proud of this one. All right, so back by Abel's sisters, we are going to enter into the first villager area. Now, all the villager houses are in one kind of section, but the neighborhood itself is split up in my mind into like two parts just by a river. So first off, we have Olivia over here. Olivia's got like a little music area because the inside of her house has lots of musical instruments and things like that. And she has a cute little like seating area here that she can like hang out at and drink tea or whatever. Over here, we have Ozzy's house. Now, Ozzy has easy access to dig your own clams. I imagine that he likes to go there and actually just eat the clams because, lazy villagers, they like eating whatever. And then back here, we have a cat. Cat, I love Cat. She's awesome. She's like one of the sisterly villagers. And so she has the Quadratini record store by her house, which I love. And I think it's so cute. Honestly, one of my favorite village yards. And then back over here is Leopold's house. Leopold just has a cute little sitting area outside, where he can sit there and read or read people. Am I right? Oh, smug villagers, right? Oh. Also, this cute little snowflake light up thing. I just love this snowflake light up DIY, so I just had to use it somewhere. And then coming back here, we have a cute little cafe. This is like the neighborhood cafe, and it's very much like, it's not really run by anyone. It's run by everyone in the village. So that's why the chairs are all mismatched. It's like a cute little, like really neighborhood, community-centric cafe area, which I really love. So then across the river, we have the continuation of the villager neighborhood. So this is Stinky's house, and he's, a jock, so he has this cute little gym next to the beach or whatever. And the beach over here is an abandoned beach. It's not really abandoned, it's just like closed for the winter. So, there's some weeds popping up. All of the beach chairs have been tied up behind this little rope. The lifeguard chair is still out there or whatever. It's going to open back up for the summer, but it's the winter. No one's really going to the beach too much. And then another spiral kind of moment. The rest of the villager area kind of goes in a spiral. Over here, we have Tangy's house. Tangy is my favorite villager. We're not best friends or anything. I just like love her as like a villager. So she was definitely a dreamie. I was so excited when she came to my island. And then back here, this is Gonzo's house. I imagine Gonzo is like, he's kind of like an old guy, right? So he's a woodworker. He does lots of crafting and DIY. He cut down this tree to make some wood. He's a crafty guy. And then over here is Diana's house. I love Diana. She has a little spa area because she needs to chill out away from all of the other villagers, you know, because she's just too classy for all of them, you know? I love Diana. She's like one of my faves. And then down here, we have a little fishing pond for everyone. I love this fishing pond. I know other people have like a lot more, I guess, advanced. I don't even know if advanced is the right word, but like, you know, they have a lot bigger fishing ponds. This is not that big, but I still think it's really cute and I love it. I like the waterfalls going down around it. I think it's really nice. I like this fishing pond. All right, and continuing back here. Now, back over here, we have our pumpkin patch. It is maintained by Twiggy and Sally. Sally's ex-girlfriend, Norma, used to live here, and they would maintain it together, but Norma moved on, and Twiggy came on in, and so she's been helping out with the pumpkin patch. Very nice lady. This is Twiggy's house. She just has a cute little chair out here. She does palm readings and things like that because she's an astrologer. So, you know, she's a peppy villager, right? And then back here we have the community laundry area. This is where everyone comes and washes their clothes and hangs them out to dry and everything. Very cute, very cute. And then this is Sally's honey stand. Sally makes her own honey and sells it for the village, for the island. Everyone on the island loves her honey. And this is her yard, and she has her flower garden here where she, keeps bees, and the bees, you know, collect honey, and that's how the honey stand happens. You know. It's just a cute little farm moment. So coming over here, we have this little secret passage, a little wooded passage, and it goes back to a hidden spa moment. Love her. It's just like the secret hidden spa for everyone to kind of, you know, in the village to kind of come and hang out in, relax, chillax. It's a lot more quiet than the other like hot spring area. So this is like the more private one. It's like a, you know, a local secret. And then back up here, we have a cute little park area. I love this park. It's like such a strange area of my island. It was really just like an open area. I wasn't super sure what to do with it. So I decided to make this park, and I love this statue. So, you know, I just put it out here. It's like a very strange shape for a park and shape for an area. So I was really excited to kind of figure out this way to use it. So then back behind the park, we have the cut your own tree farm area. This was a lot more relevant earlier in the winter, right? Because we had the holidays, but I think it's still really cute. And I just love this trend on when it was on Instagram and everything. I had to make it on my island. I made it and I still love it. So, you know, then we have the already cut down ones out front for you to take home with you. Continuing on, the obligatory orchard area. This is where all of our fruits are kept. This is definitely not like a super functional orchard. It definitely is really for aesthetic, but I think it looks really good and I really like it. And now back here we have this secret beach. Nothing crazy on this secret beach. I know that some people have like treasure troves and everything back here. I just really wasn't into that idea. So I decided to make it a very chill, tame secret beach. But there is still a warning sign for Red saying, hey mama, you better not come here. But he still does. But not as much as I'd like him to, which I think is a common complaint. So from the orchard onward is really like the end of the super town and villager part of the island. And this gets in more to the lore. And if you want to know like a lot of the backstory behind this, I would definitely say check out the Scar because it has all of the backstory. But this is where the island theme, I think, really starts to get a little, you know, different. So back up here is much more of the natural area. We have these little double waterfall moment with the bridges. And this leads right to our campsite. We currently have a villager. It's Coco. I used her amiibo. I have her amiibo. So yeah, so this is just like a cute place for people to come when they're on their, you know, vacation. They want to camp out or whatever. They have like a little cooking stove in the back. They have a bicycle, campfire, you know, basically anything that you would need whenever you would go camping. And then back behind the campsite is our snowman building area. I love this. I think it's so cute. My mom actually came up with the impetus for this idea, but we were like trying to figure out how it would work, and we decided to use the iron nuggets as coal, which I just think is, like, not to toot my own horn, but like I think is pretty smart and cool. So I was pretty proud of that. And now across the second bridge, we get to my second villager's, or my second player's house. Yeah. Or I guess my third player's house. So this is Dan's Airbnb. So this is like a little, you know, like if tourists come to the house and maybe they don't want to rough it in the campsite, they want to stay for longer, they can rent out the Airbnb, and they have this cute little outdoor patio area right by with a great view of the trees. They have a cookout area. It's great. It's just like honestly, like primo location. The Airbnb has actually only been upgraded to have the biggest main room and then the back room. And so the main room is the Airbnb proper. So this is like where guests would stay. This is their bed. They have a little cute kitchenette moment. And they have like a seating area, a dinner area. Very cute. And then behind these walls, which are just climbing walls turned around, by the way, y'all, we get to Dan's apartment, although Dan is no longer living here for reasons. So this is like, I wanted this to be extremely different from the room up front, whereas like the room up front is like regal, really nicely put together. This is like, you know, he's like in college, and like he just has like the bare necessities, like a freaking laundry thing. He just does his laundry and grabs stuff from the drying rack. He has a freaking camping cot, but he has like, you know, workout equipment. It's the worst. I wanted this to be like, kind of like, you live like this? And I think I achieved it. So back over beyond the campsite area, if you go down, there's another natural area. Obviously, this is like a sledding hill. Very cute, right? And then there's a sleigh rental area here. If you want to pick up your own sleigh, try some sledding. And then back here is a maple syrup. Or not maple syrup, but like a syrup farm, you know? So we have all the trees, and we have the tap. You know, this is like getting the syrup or whatever. Syrup is never that fluid, but, you know, whatever. You have the buckets. You get the idea. And then also this beach has been turned into like a little stargazing sit-down beach area. I just wanted to find more way to use the kid tents. Honestly, I love the kid tents. But yeah, this is really like the only unobstructed view of the sky that you have on this island. So this is where I like to come. When there's like a meteor shower, I come here, wish on all the stars and everything. So now back up here, we get to this sign that says, "Don't enter," but Mama, we're loose cannons. We're going to keep going. And now we get to the abandoned railroad. Fun, so nice. So you can hop over here, and you'll see down there's also like a tunnel that happens underneath these tracks. So the train tracks go under there. And I'll actually take out my ladder. If you're in a dream address right now, the ladder is up ahead, but I'm going to show for the video, you know, this area. So down here, this is like more of the train that goes kind of perpendicular. They started to tunnel in to the mountain, but they didn't get too far because of different reasons. Again, check out the lore video. Why not? But yeah, so you can see like, you know, there's some trees cut down. They're starting to clear out the forest for everything, but didn't get too far. And the nature has since reclaimed this area. And Mama, industrialization, she's no match for Mother Nature. Down past this train area, we get to the lodge area. So this is like a little lake moment. We got the bridge, but if you go back here, and you might even miss it, but it is tucked away back here is my house, my character's house, the lodge. This belonged to the founder, Edward Jameson. It was his house. And it has since fallen into disrepair, but then my character, who is the founder's spoiler alert, the founder's son, came in and is kind of refurbishing the house, making it nice again, and there's no holes or anything in there anymore. So as mentioned, this is Edward Jameson's house. He was like a hunting guy, so he has this giant fossil here and all these trophies. I really wanted to feel like an old English like hunting lodge. That's why I kind of refer to it as the lodge. But yeah, I wanted this to feel very like old-timey and stuff like that. So then the back room is like the kitchen, and I wanted this to feel like an old English kitchen. So like there's a lot of really older appliances, like this old coffee grinder, you know, there's not like a stand mixer or anything here. There's like an old, you cook over the fire, all that kind of stuff. I love how this kitchen turned out, actually. So the East room is Jameson's study. Here it is. Look at her. She's old-timey. There's fossils, there's, you know, trophies and things around. There's a globe. I love this wall pattern. It feels so kind of old and musty. This is the first room I finished in this house, and this is my favorite room of the house, TBH, TBQH. So actually, that is a lie. My favorite room is actually this room. So this is the West room, and this is like the art room. This is a room I designed literally on like a random Twitch stream back when I was like streaming on Twitch more, and it's just like a super random room, but oh my god, I think it's so cute and cozy. Like you light the fire, you sit down, and like you're surrounded by all of this art. These are all like a bunch of fake paintings that I've just collected over the months since getting the game. One of the benefits to having multiple player characters on your island is that you can get more than one thing from Red when he comes every 3 months. So that's how I got all this art. And then I just like hung it all up on the wall. I love how it looks. I feel like this is such a regal room, and like if I had all the money in the world, you know, I would want a living room like that. So then upstairs, and this is probably the room that is the most different from when I was filming The Scar. So this is the bedroom, and so EJ has kind of restored this area. You know, he made it like a lot more modern, and just like there was like holes and stuff in the walls. There was no walls. The roof had caved in, so EJ just like cleaned it up, made it cute. And I got to use the cafe wallpaper, which is my favorite, even though it shows green trees outside. And like, yes, it's not actually spring out right now, so like ignore it, but whatever. There's a cute little reading nook, all that kind of stuff. We love that. And then last but not least, we have the basement. And the basement is the room that's not really been touched by EJ. Anyone who has a house can tell you that the basement's the hardest place to fix up. So this is really just like, this is actually a very functional room for me as a player, because this is where my DIY table is, my mirror, and my wardrobe and everything. But everything is super kind of run down here. There's a bunch of old stuff just kind of like stuffed around. I really love this room, actually. It's like super run down, but it's fun. So then continuing down here, we'll go over this bridge. And we're going to take a quick detour before going on this way, and we're going to go down here. So this is, again, more lore area. This was a field that Edward Jameson was trying to like cut down and destroy, but nature kept coming back. And so this was his basically last attempt. He disappeared shortly after all of this, but this is like the ruins of the industrialization. Everything's rusted. It's abandoned. It's like I wanted this to be a very stark difference from the rest of the island, because it's kind of like a creepy area. Like, to me, it's kind of, you know, there's no trees, everything's cut down, everything else is so much more forested, and this just looks so unnatural and like antithetical really to like the rest of the island in a really exciting kind of creepy way that I'm happy with how this turned out. So then down here we have another beach, and this is just like an abandoned beach, really. I put the wave breakers. There's some driftwood logs that washed up and some cocoa nuts. And then the dock. Because this isn't like a populated area, I actually had some designs and stuff and like on this dock, and I made it look cute. But because it's like supposed to be an abandoned area, I made it not cute. So I just showed you the dock as you find it. And you can go up this area. It just connects right back up to the train area. So if you don't have the ladder yet for the dream address, that's how you can get down to this area. All right, and now we're back here. So this area was actually, this little cliff section was previously inaccessible to the previous residents until my character EJ showed up and found his father's old tool. So you can go up here, and we're going to not go down here yet because there is actually a cool couple areas over here that I want to show everyone. So if you go down here, you can find the graveyard. Ookie spooky. So there is one really old tombstone from someone who's been dead for a while, and one kind of fresh grave over here. And if you've seen the scar, you can probably guess as to whose grave that is. And if you haven't seen the scar, I'm not going to spoil it for you, because I already spoiled one major plot point. So before my character came, everyone kind of thought that this area up here was dangerous, so there wasn't that much development up here. But since he's been there, there's been some more infrastructure expanded. So we have like an antenna over here. There's also like some wind turbines and stuff. Basically, it's been turned into like more of like an industrial area now. So this is like the crater area. This is like a very spiritual area. This is the home of this is the heart of the island is what it's referred to as. And it's the home of the spirit that is protecting the island's natural resources and was going to war with the founder, Edward Jameson, my character's father. So this is like I love this area. This is actually the area that I got the idea for first before I even started this island. And I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. So I have been looking forward to making this forever. And when I finally got to, I was like, yes. So you can see you go down here, you hop over, there's all these like mushrooms all around to make it really feel ethereal. You know, this is the only place that you really see blue on the island in terms of like the flowers. And this is the only place that we have the lilies of the valley. Although don't get it twisted, my island is no longer 5 stars. So, yeah, and I just wanted to really make it feel like kind of old, abandoned. Like there's bamboo trees here, and like bamboo isn't used anywhere else on the island. So it's like, what's going on, you know? And there's lots of like mossy stone things. I just really wanted to make this feel very abandoned, you know? I've used that word a lot, but that really is like the theme of this area is like old, abandoned, lots of weeds, all that stuff. And then you can hop down here. You'll use the ladder. If you were in the dream address, you'll have the ladder now. And this is the main area. This is the spirit of the island. Ookie spooky, it floats. Ooh. Yeah. So that's the ookie spooky spirit of the island. And that is actually the end of the tour. So that is the island. I think this really is like kind of the epilogue. The island is set up to take place after the events of the scar. So there's some remnants and there's some things that like weren't there in the scar that are there now, i.e. this like lighthouse, these wind turbines, things like that. It's really set up as, yeah, like an epilogue, a follow-up to the scar. So I think that should be really exciting if you watched it, to kind of just see like this is what happened to the island after EJ and Christine kind of rebuilt it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. If you want to see any speed builds, I have speed builds of this entire island, and those are all uploaded, so you can definitely go check those out if you'd like. And you know, if you want to see some more Animal Crossing content, I'm gonna be redesigning this island now that it's kind of done. So I'm going to be designing it for the spring once I get done with my second island on my second Switch, which is a jungle core island with a kind of like a survivor theme. So, you know, check it out, stick around, and hit that subscribe button so you can see the next video. But yeah, thanks so much, you guys, for watching this. Yeah, bye, y'all. Peace.